Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick little video comparing two different foundations that are out right now. They're both new. Well, one's a reformulation, the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. This is a reformulation. And the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation, which I love the name of. So I'm going to be comparing two foundations. One's a drugstore and one is high-end. This is not a first impressions. I have used them both already, so I can give you guys my opinion on them as we go. So yeah, I think that's really all I need to say before I jump into the video. So the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation retails for $38 at Sephora. It is supposed to be a breathable, full coverage foundation with lifelike matte finish, that bends and breathes with skin up to 24 hours. It is supposed to be full coverage, matte, liquid foundation, and it says for normal, dry, combination, and oily. I will show you guys what the bottle looks like, but I actually asked for a sample of this too, so that if I don't like it, I don't have to return something that's already been like broken into. But this is what the bottle looks like. I have mine in the shade Y235, which is a good match for me. And how many ounces? It is a 1.01 ounce. I've tried this foundation with a beauty blender and a brush, and this one applies much better with a brush. It really doesn't blend out with the beauty blender. It's a very stiff formula. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this right now we'll just do the left side. It's a very stiff formula. It has like a little bit of a slight drag to it. Now, like I said, I've used this a few times already. I disagree with it being full coverage. I would say it's about a medium. Now, I actually went into Sephora looking for the new IT Cosmetics CC matte formula, but they didn't have it at my local Sephora. So I swatched this on my hand, and it swatched super, super smooth, which, not that that's the best place to try foundation is on your hand, but I was like, oh, I'll give this a shot. And to be honest, I'll probably be returning it. It does not lay very smooth over my pores. Like in this area, it lays really heavy, really cakey. Even with like a really thin layer, it really accentuates my pore area, which sucks. And it's not as full coverage as I was liking. I think if you don't have enlarged pores around your nose and you're not needing super full coverage, you're needing more of a medium, I do think that this would be worth trying. But in my opinion, like I'm gonna try to like smooth it out around my nose with a sponge, but it just doesn't get smooth. And it really cakes around too. Now this isn't a super drying matte foundation, so I do think if you are, like it says, normal or dry but still wanting a matte finish, this might work for you. I don't think it clings to texture because it's too dry. I don't know, it just really does not sit nicely on my skin personally. Yeah, like no matter what I do, I can't get it to look smooth. Like right now I almost think my face looks better without the foundation, which is not really a good sign. So that retails for $38. Then we have the NYX foundation, which comes in a glass bottle, comes with a pump. Now, the reason that I bought two colors is because I am between two colors. So that didn't make it very cost effective for me, but if you can get yourself into one shade, which they do have 45 shades? 45 shades, and these retail for $14.99. And you can buy it at Ulta. That is where I bought mine. And I actually forgot to say how many shades the Makeup Forever foundation has, so let me see. Okay, so the Makeup Forever foundation actually has 40 shades, it looks like on Sephora's website. So this has 40 shades, high-end, $38. This is a drugstore foundation, $14.99 and 45 shades. So good job with NYX coming out with a really large shade range. I have seen it in person. And some of the undertones here and there can be a little wonky, but I think they did a really good job coming out with a good shade range. The reason that I bought two shades is because the Vanilla 06, little too pink, and then the next shade up, 6.5 Nude, is just a hair too olivey, so I mix these and I can actually get a really good color. So if you can find your shade in just one, yay, even better of a deal, but I do have to mix these two. So I'm just going to do one pump of each. Mix it around on my hand, like so. And now this one I've used with a brush and a beauty blender, and I must say that I like it both ways with this one. Now this is a very, very true matte foundation. I do not think you'll like it if you're super dry. I think if you're normal to oily, you'll like it, but if you are dry, I don't think you will. This formula is a really thin consistency. It blends out really easy. And I would actually say that this is full coverage. Yeah, I find that this foundation lays a lot smoother on my face than this one. And for those of you wondering, I actually did not prime my face. I still don't necessarily love primers. Occasionally I'll find one that I like, but I never really stick with a good primer. So if you have any recommendations of a nice smoothing primer for acne-prone skin, I would love to know what it is. But yeah, I find that this foundation lays really smooth. I'm going to go put some more makeup on. I'm going to put my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And you know what, I'll actually do that on camera since I feel like that's part of how the foundation wears, is how it mixes with your concealer. So we'll do some Tarte Shape Tape. I would say both of these foundations react well with the concealer. You can blend out your concealer just fine over both of them. But like I said, I just don't like the way my pores look with the Makeup Forever one. Conceal those eyelids. So my face is looking so white on my camera right now, and my tummy just growled. But in person, it looks like it matches. So hopefully this turns out okay, and I'm not like overexposed. But yeah, I don't know, I'm looking super white here, but I look really normal here. But anyway, let me finish this off. I'm going to take some, this is actually the RCMA translucent powder. I threw it in my old Laura Mercier container because the RCMA container sucks. we're looking real pale. Okay, so I'm going to go put some bronzer on. Actually, you know, I'm going to set my entire face because I usually do. I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics CC powder in the shade medium. Now I'm going to go just bronze up the face, put some lipstick on, and do my brows. I'm not going to do my eye makeup because that is going to be a different video. And yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and what a difference putting on the rest of your makeup looks. I mean, like I said, other than my eyes. I don't know if it's just because I wear such full coverage foundations all the time, but when I just have my foundation on, I'm like, oh boy, this is terrible. But now that I have everything else on, I feel like this looks pretty good, and I still really like the way that the NYX side looks. I think it looks a little bit smoother, in my opinion, than the, what's it called, Makeup Forever foundation. I really hope you guys can't hear my stomach growling, because it is. So NYX and Makeup Forever. NYX, Makeup Forever. So yeah, to wrap up this video, for me, the Makeup Forever foundation did not really work out. I wouldn't say it was terrible, definitely not the worst foundation I've ever tried, but I don't think it was that great either. And this one honestly might be going back. To me, it wasn't worth $38 for me personally. Like I said, if you don't have enlarged pores, texture's not an issue, and you're looking for just like a nice matte medium coverage, again, I wouldn't say it's full, then I think that this is worth trying. But if you are looking for a full coverage foundation, in my opinion, very smooth looking, I think that the NYX, the drugstore one's the winner in this game. I need to blend out the bronzer on my nose. Shit. Okay. So 1.01 ounce, $38. You already heard, I don't think it's the fullest coverage ever. 24 hours, I don't know about that either. I didn't try it for 24 hours. I've worn it for like maybe 10 hours and it stayed, but again, I wasn't a huge fan of the way it looked like in the beginning. NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Foundation, $14.99, 1 ounce. You do get a pump. And even if you have to buy 2 colors, you're still at $30. You can buy it at Ulta and use a coupon, but hopefully you can just get into 1 shade, and then it would really be a budget-friendly foundation. So I've actually been done filming for like 15 minutes, and I was off doing other stuff, and I realized that I didn't really go over the claims of, the like wearability of the Can't Stop, Won't Stop. So off of Ulta's website, lightweight, waterproof, and pigmented AF, NYX Professional Makeup Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation, hustles as hard as you do, blah, 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 45 tones. Coverage and color that stays true up to 24 hours. So this has a 24-hour claim as well. Like I said with the Makeup Forever foundation, I have not worn this for 24 hours, but I've worn it for about 10, and I must say that it stays on very, very well. They do also say that this foundation is non-comedogenic and suitable for normal, oily, and sensitive skin types. So, it's not supposed to be pore clogging and all of that good stuff, which is nice. And I have to say, so far, I don't think I've broken out from it so far. And I've worn it for about a week, so I think that's a good sign. But yes, so this is a long wear foundation as well, and I must say that I do agree with that. Like I said, I haven't worn it for 24 hours, but yes, long wearing. So I was like in the bathroom, like getting ready, doing stuff, and I was just like, I don't think I talked about the wearability of the foundation at all. So came back in, made sure I got it in here. So yeah, that's it. Alright guys, so that is really all I have on this video. Clear winner for me is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. I've been using it for about a week now and I love it. I've given the Makeup Forever one a fair try. I've used a brush, I've used a sponge, I've used primer, not used primer, used mattifying primers, used pore filling primers, and it's just not my favorite, so I think it's actually going to go back. I could use my $40 or whatever with tax back. So, yay for NYX. That is all I have for this video today. It was just like a quick little comparison. I have a lot of drugstore foundations that I love, and maybe I should do like my favorite drugstore foundations for you guys. But what I will have coming up next is a video on the Jaclyn Hill Vault. I'm planning on buying the brushes too, so maybe I'll even do like a get ready with me using all the brushes from the Jaclyn Hill collection. Like I said, I think I'm going to buy those, but I definitely have the Vault. Definitely have opinions on that, so that will be coming up soon too. I think this is going to be going up first. And yeah, that's all I really have. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. I really want to get to 1,000 subscribers soon. I haven't put like a time frame on it, but I'm already at almost 700, so I feel like that's a realistic goal to hit in the near future. So if you guys can help me get there, I would greatly appreciate it. I always put my little face like in the bubble where you can just click on it and you can subscribe there. Or you can subscribe where you subscribe on everybody's channel, and that little drop down box where it says subscribe, go click it right now. Alright, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.